me 5 minutes and I'm gonna change how you speak on stage forever. I've been speaking publicly for the last 14 years of my life, and these are some of my best kept secrets. The first one is not very common, but it is mirror talk. Yes, it's gonna be mirror, mirror on your wall. Your mirror is your best friend. And you know what? Something about mirror that is very, very intoxicating is that you cannot lie to yourself. You can lie to anybody, you can fake to anybody, but the only person that is the most difficult to fake with is you yourself. So when you're practicing for something, be it a presentation, be it an interview, be it a group discussion, anything that you're preparing for, ensure that you are rehearsing in front of a mirror. Rehearse with yourself. Look at yourself in your eyes and let the power flow. And then when the lights go out and the audience is waiting for you to speak, you will see nothing, but you will see your own face staring back at you, smiling with a validation with every word that you say. The second most powerful tip, which is actually an unpopular opinion, but this is something that has worked for me every single time, and that is to not consume before I create. Now, consumption means food, water, any sort of beverage. Even scrolling on social media is called consumption. So before you step foot to create something, be it a performance, be it a presentation, be it an interview, any single thing that you want to bring into existence, do not consume. There are people and there are public speakers out there who will tell you, oh, why don't you sip on a little bit of water? Oh, why don't you have something that you love to eat? Do not listen to them, because when you choke yourself with too much food, too much water, or too much social media, too many conversations just before your performance, you're gonna screw it. You know why? Because your mind is the sharpest when it is empty. Okay, when your gut is empty, your mind is the sharpest and you think very, very, very clearly. So if you drink some water, your body is going to be so busy digesting what you just had that you will have no time to execute what you want to create. So if you want to eat, or if you cannot do without eating, ensure that there's at least a 3-hour gap between your performance and your consumption. Now, as I mentioned in my previous point, public speaking is not dictation. It is not an announcement. You're not spitting out facts. But what you're doing is a performance. Public speaking is an art, right? So it needs to be artistic. So make your script poetic. Now, I don't mean that you go out there and you start singing or you start rhyming and you start doing shairi. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm asking you to do is to ensure that you phrase your sentences in a way that they string together beautifully, that there is some sort of coherence, right? There's some sort of compliment that they give to each other when you are saying, and this ensures that people get attuned to you, right? When you are saying phrases that do not have a rhythmic pause, that just go on, and there are some sentences that are very long, some sentences that are very short, then people will not want to listen to you, and even if they do, they will get distracted. So some kind of symphony, some kind of coherence is required for people to stay stuck to you, to keep listening to you and not want to get distracted. The fourth point is going to be flow with your content. Now again, I'm not asking you to dance. I'm not asking you to swing like you're some really amazing salsa artist or something. No, I'm not expecting that of you. But when you flow, you speak with your body, you speak with your eyes, you speak with your facial expressions, you're moving through the stage. I hate people who stand on the podiums and speak like they're some sort of a dictator. No, I absolutely hate that. You know what audience loves? Audience wants to be engaged. So when you speak with your energy, you engulf people, right? When you speak, ensure that you have a mark on them, you charm them, you rapture them. Speak with your whole body. Just don't speak from here. There are people who just speak with their eyes or faces, or there are some people that just speak with, their face entirely flat. That doesn't work. People don't want to listen, as I said, to a dictation. So move with your words, right? Take those secret pauses, as I keep talking about it. Modulate your sentences. Ensure that you're speaking with your whole body, because then people will be more likely to listen to you more attentively with their entire body. The last and one of the most loved secrets of mine when it comes to public speaking is to connect with people around you. Now, you will have opportunities where you will speak in an audience that you know nothing about. You'll be surrounded by people you don't know at all. And I think lonely is a very difficult feeling, especially when you're already so overwhelmed with this task of speaking. So, what I do usually when I am in an audience I know nothing about is I actually try to network. Do not talk too much because that in some way, chokes your throat chakra. It just blocks it in some way. You will tire your energy. But ensure that you have these small talks with people. If there are speakers before you, after you speak with them. If there are people who are in the management team of the platform that you're on, speak with them. Speak with anybody. Just cheer them on, make them feel better. And what I usually do is I try to talk to people and I sort of share things like, oh my god, I'm so excited, or you know what, I feel nervous. Be human with your conversations, and it's highly likely that those people will open back to you as well. And when this happens, you will have at least 2 to 3 people in the audience who will be supporting you, will be cheering you on. Be a good listener. If you have speakers who come before you and you are a part of their audience, show that support. If you show that support, they're highly likely to support you when it is your turn. And when you go and you step on stage, you will not be stepping in between audience that you know nothing about. There'll be people, even if it is a few, but people that support you, and that will boost your confidence incredibly. If you like the video and the tips that I shared, then do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification so that you don't end up missing any of the videos that I make on similar topics. And in case there is a very beautiful secret about public speaking that you are holding close, please mention them in the comments. I would love to engage and understand and learn something new. Until then, bye bye.